Hey guys, Mubarak here of Penny Stock and Crypto Theory. Hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about Theta and how it's going to be one of the biggest next kind of cryptos going up right now. So it's already kind of shooting up, and I just want to explain the background behind it, what's interesting about it, and kind of how you can utilize it as one of the main altcoins in your kind of thesis. And again, just for a disclaimer, this is purely educational. This is not investment advice. So yeah, let's just get into it. So Theta, as you can probably see right now, is shooting up. Not anything too high in the last 24 hours, but compared to the rest of the crypto market, with it kind of completely crashing, Theta has been picking up ever since kind of beginning of April or so. Kind of had a really high shoot. So it's been around for a while. And I'll just give you guys a little bit of a background about what Theta Coin is, right? So it's basically the next, it's a blockchain YouTube, or that's at least what they're trying to make it. All right, so that's why it's kind of something to look at. It is created by one of the co-founders of YouTube, so Steve Chen. And so there's obviously going to be a lot of financing behind it, a lot of investment, and a lot of focus because he is, one of the co-founders of YouTube. And so this is kind of his next play, his next ability of utilizing the lessons that they learned at YouTube and kind of the issues going on with it and making it into the next big thing. So I want to go in this episode and video explaining what Theta Coin is, why it's shooting up, why I believe it's going to be one of the next biggest cryptocurrencies out there. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So you can see this rise going on. And so what exactly is it? It's basically a video network, video delivery that they're trying to set up, and we're going to talk about Theta Fuel too shortly. So TFUEL, if you've been seeing that, you can see that there's two cryptocurrencies that are in the highest right now. If you look in the last 24 hours, Theta and Theta Fuel, these are pretty big right now, and I'll explain kind of what's going on here. So Theta is the token that's been around for a while, and it's basically setting up various type of it's engaged in some AR platform. They have Theta.tv, and they're partnering with some companies in order to kind of take care of different like esports on blockchain, right? So that's essentially what it is in a nutshell, is that it's YouTube on a cryptocurrency. The big difference though is that it has the ability to kind of really make live video streaming into another level. So obviously we've always seen upgrades, and esports is the next massive multi-billion, probably trillion-dollar industry. And in order to kind of get involved in that, Theta Coin, Theta Token, or even TFUEL would be one of the methods to do that, because what they're doing is they're taking the problems of live streaming, like poor quality, data demands, and making it into a decentralized delivery. So goes back to the concept of utilizing multiple players, multiple concepts, multiple equipment sets, and people are sharing, and basically that's how TFUEL is being created. So it's a new currency that is being served as a reward for the Theta coin, and so that's kind of where TFUEL comes in. So whereas Theta itself has been around for a while, as you can see if you go into all time, it was launched back I think in 2019. And it was even discussed before that. Yeah, March 2019, it was launched with the co-founders of YouTube and the prior co-founder Justin Can of Twitch. So it's kind of mixing those two concepts together on the blockchain. Now, obviously, we'll see what ends up happening, but what's going on right now is that they're also creating and doing basically a coin offering or a rewards offering that's going to be called TFUEL. So that's why this is way, way more new, probably just as of this year or so. Let's take a look here. When it kind of got founded, or when it got launched. And you can see right here on the main TFUEL website that is talking about a Theta mainnet introducing TFUEL staking, right? So this is the next kind of level of Theta. And staking is the concept, discussed it in a prior video, but it's essentially going back to how they plan on solving this issue. They're going to be using Theta and using this type of, shared delivery service of, when you're actually streaming, when the person is going to be watching or sitting or whatever, if you're connected to a good Wi-Fi network and you give them permission, they're going to be using your bandwidth, your resources in order to actually make their services and delivery better. And in exchange, they're going to give you this TFUEL. So it's a pretty cool concept of being able to get involved. It's becoming more and more popular in the blockchain, and it's going to, as for on a company level, it's going to really help the business as a whole, because you're not going to need to have, like it says right here, expensive infrastructure or anything like that, because you're basically sharing your bandwidth and building the community together, and content creators and the platforms and everything will have lower streaming costs overall with higher deliverability. So that's kind of the concept going on right now. Again, as always, I recommend taking a look at the white paper, taking a look, making sure that before you put your hard-earned money to use into anything like this, that you understand at least the concept behind it. All right. So I like looking at these coins, and there's a big trend going on where these types of coins are popping off now, and it's much more safer than the random ones that have just been formed this year, right? If a coin's been around for a couple of years, then at least it's had some activity, it's had some work, and if people are still working on it today, that means that there's a team behind it and it's not just a random project. So when it has partners, like let's go to the website, when you have a full team on it, they show the employees, and when you have this level of investors in it, Sony, all these big companies, you know that you're going to have a decent amount of success, right? You have these top guys, the co-founder of YouTube as the advisor, Justin Kan, the co-founder of Twitch, all these guys from Microsoft, from Verizon, from Samsung, helping out platform partners like Samsung. They're going to get exposure regardless, right? So you can see here exactly what they're going to be planning on doing. So right now we're in Q2. They're launching their app, and they're launching the TFUEL staking, which goes back to, again, the concept of being able to put your coins to use and how you're going to profit off of that. And then it looks like they're going to be releasing a new product called Edge. And so that's what we have in the short term. So just overall, TFUEL is probably one of the ones I would put on my watch list. It also is, let's take a look here. It's had an all-time high roughly around the 55-cent range, and right now it's trading, say, in the mid-20s. So just like all the other cryptocurrencies as of May right now, after the blockchain crash, or Bitcoin crash, all other cryptos have seemed to fall in, but TFUEL that was TFUEL. Let's take a look at Theta itself. They have a much better, chance of success. So Theta, for example, is sitting pretty steady, considering that its floor used to be back here in the $2 range. So it's been able to go up to the top, all the way up to almost, wow, holy shoot, $14. That is crazy. And now it's about half of that. So it's crazy, these types of changes going on. But with the ability to, the reason I myself also moved from penny stocks into cryptocurrency is because of these types of gains and the ability for people to make the type of profits that penny stocks used to have. Right nowadays, penny stocks are a little bit more difficult because the hedge funds, the Wall Street companies, the algorithmic trading has kind of stepped in and has kind of taken over the ability for an average investor. If you're somebody just watching this and you have another job and this is just something you want to do on the side, you're doing it with Robinhood, you're doing it with Coinbase or some basic crypto exchanges, then you don't really have the ability to compete with Wall Street, where they're putting billions of dollars into software and programmatic trading and automatic trading. So you need to be able to take advantage of cryptocurrency and trades like this in order to get an advantage. So hope that helped. If you want to learn more about how to trade successfully and how to really take advantage of this altcoin revolution going on right now, definitely go check out inpennystock.com, and that's soon going to be cryptotheory.com. I'm just going to shift all my attention and focus and really just double down there, because that's going to be the future. And when we look back at these videos and these times, like, we're not going to have an opportunity to get in at these prices. So that's why it's super exciting for me. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.